Okay. We are now live. Well, been live for a few minutes, but I posted all my stuff everywhere. We'll be working more on Tantus' maps. I should clarify that in the description is a link to the Dragovan Empire channel, where Tantus is, where he is going to be running the game. I was in his last game, which is Curse of the Crimson Throne. I think he called it the Crimson Queen, for his videos. I think that it's not the best content because he is so defeated by the book that he has no fun GMing, and I'm just like, come on, dude. Make it your own. Don't. I don't. Okay, we've discussed this on his Discussing Tabletop, which I'm also on all the time. Every week I'm on Discussing Tabletop, with a few exceptions, for obvious reasons. Can't do everything all the time. Yeah. But we have a clear disagreement on how much a module should work. Or how much work you should put into a module. I'm very much, no, you literally can't just expect run a module and expect it to work out. You have to tailor it to your players, fix things that, especially one that's old and broken. So, yeah, we have a clear disagreement on how that should work. Okay. Let's switch over to here. And I realize I want to... Oh, it's over here still. I have the base coast. I should start by adding features. Also, I realize I need to... Ooh. Yeah, like this didn't work out like I thought it would. Thing is I want to alter the coast to use these of the barren land down here. And I'm not sure how to do that. There is a way. But again, it would require me to completely redo everything. Hold on, I need to look something up, actually. Give me 1 minute. Modify it. Okay. Collision ender. This is not going to be necessary, but it's interesting that it exists. That way, if you're putting them on object layers, you can. What happens if I do dynamically wrap tiles? What happens if I... Oh, I see. Wraps them. I mean, I was expecting it, but... Hold on, what was I looking at? I was looking at the AI version. Let me actually look at the webpage. Edit a tile set and use a file. I'm curious about preferences. Okay, yeah, you can't see this, but oh, this uses cube. Cool. Huh, there's plugin stuff. properties I'm looking at. Tileset properties. Maybe I actually do want to go properties. Because it kind of seems to imply orientation. One called image. Oh, I see. Okay, change what image it is. Okay. Let me do something. Screen blue black for a second. As I open up the sheet this is based off, which is the full one, full land tile sheet. So while I was working with some stuff, I realized that I forgot one. So there is a way to do this. And I thought about this a bit ago. The problem is, it's a pain in the butt, because it requires you to copy tiles a lot. But it is the only way I could think to do it. Basically, you would need 3 versions of every tile. At least I wouldn't need to for these. This file's gonna become gigantic. Canvas size. Width. Basically need 6,000. Might as well do height. This is starting to make a sprite struggle. So add you. Too far over here for now. Now. This should be fine. These should be fine. Anything that's plain... should be fine. Including these rivers and such. Not, yes, including the rivers. And the peninsulas. A sprite was not built for files this big. Have a plan. Not those. You are normal. So are you. No. These are the ones that are going to have to be edited. So these are the ones that are going to have to be copied. I just realized, yeah. At least... So basically what I have to do, this is what I have to do. I have to make a version of all of these twice, which have a connection on either side of their coast loop to connect to a different color. So that way I can select that color and use it when I want, and it will connect up properly with the edges of the other one. That's the idea. And I was gonna do it so the colored ones, or so these ones need them. But I realized the issue with that. Yeah, I think that there's an issue with that. But it'll allow for a very robust system. always make things 10 times more complicated than they have to be. Craggy mountain, craggy, crag. Are these craggy mountains that were down here, or just mountains? These are just mountains. Would these be considered normal? Or different? Ugh. I suddenly need to go to the bathroom, so I'll be back in like 10 minutes. And I'll think about it while I'm going to the bathroom. If you see me continuing to rub my eye, by the way, it is because I accidentally squeezed a bit of meat juice from my microwave dinner into it. Anyway, I'll be back. Back early. It's annoying that there is no transition piece. I could turn any piece into a transition piece if I really wanted to, though. The idea isn't horrible. It just will take a lot of work. Do not like how slow this is being, though. You can tell its slowness. By how long it takes for something to move after I drag it to a location. Where's the extra piece? There it is. I'm kind of just reforming this coast piece. To get some ideas about some things. I should do the first bit. Take this. And put it over here. So, I think the first bit I should think about is collecting all of the ones with odd features together. I could also do some things that like I was doing before where I make my own. Yeah. Why did I do that? I'm just gonna do all of that. Because what I was doing, I found interesting, where I was effectively making my own rivers with these. That one wouldn't work. I think it mostly has to be the corners. I know this was one that I did a lot. Oops. I meant to hit enter, not delete. And then this one also works pretty good. If I do, I should probably make these have a different border because of the way they work. They don't look good on water. They're more floating. These are nice. I'll put them in here. Any other ones I could do? Let's see how these two would go together. Like, they kind of work. I'm actually curious. Yeah, that doesn't work. These two might, though. I mean, if I want to do something like this, I could connect like this. But that wouldn't work. However, something I was thinking about, and I just remembered. These can be flipped fairly easily. I think I'll have these. I'm not going to do these. That's a bit too much. But that works just fine. Then what I can do is look horizontally. And that gives some more options. Can't do vertically because of the way they are. These are their own thing, so I already flipped them every which way. Oh, right. I want to double check that these work. They don't. I can't flip everything. Just don't go together. They should, because they're the same flip. I guess they go together at like a far glance, but this should still work if you go this way. And these work. Flipped and not flipped. That just doesn't work. Why? Now they're the same direction, so why aren't they fitting? Wow. So apparently they're just bad. I'm kind of starting to feel like Russ Hapke didn't have a very clear template for how these things should fit together. Like, he drew them in these circles, but didn't have, like, marks off for where the delimiters should be. Because they should be in the center. Otherwise, you can't match them with anything else. Well, you can if you make sure they're all not centered. But it's kind of a weird way to go about it. I mean, do these match? No. They should match. These two don't look like they match either. Nope. They match better, but still not great. Oops. So there's an artifact there. Which does remind me... There we go. Oops. Wrong layer. It just makes it easier to see, not necessarily artifacts, like you. Why are there so many artifacts? Why is this one made so poorly? Like, can you even connect those to these? Also, if you see jittering, that's not the stream. That is just a sprite struggling with this big of a file. Again, it's meant for pixel art, but it's just so convenient to use that I'm just like... I'm just so used to it now, because I mostly do pixel art. That works. I see, that actually is the exact same one, just with different stuff. Why is this so terrible? At least it was moderately better with the land lining up properly. Sorry, I'm just thinking. I zoned out there while I was, like, just thinking. That was bad. I should not do that kind of thing. Well, I'm just gonna have to deal with that, because, frankly... it's just gonna be the case, no matter what I pair it with. Like... you know, this one's not going to pair nicely with anything. You know, I could bring this down. Doesn't mesh. I can bring... probably better I bring something like this up. Like, it meshes at a glance. When you zoom in, it's like, oh, that's off. So... yeah, okay. There's no point in fixing this. I thought about spending a little time to fix some of these, but I'm now realizing, no, they're all kind of borked. It's like certain ones were designed to go with certain ones, and... it's not really a viable way to handle things. Yeah, you can't do vertical flip, though. Like, if I wanted to do a vertical flip... yeah, now it looks like it's upside down. Horizontal flip you can do, though. let's go for these. Two, three. Yeah, you're weird. Actually, maybe a way to make this easier to line up. And we'll make it easier to do the other stuff I need to do later. I'm going to delete the flips for now, just to make the organizational part easier, but I have an idea. Basically, just line up everything. It has the same direction together. Man, and I thought I was actually going to, like, do stuff today. Instead, I'm getting hella distracted, like I always freaking do. I will literally never not get distracted constantly. If you wanted to define my stream, it's basically ADD extravaganza. On this one. Got you down here. Okay. Should be an equal number of these. I don't know why I'm missing two. There they are. Okay. I should think of something to talk about. That kind of thing would be way easier if I actually had a chat engaged, but I have 0 viewers. It's weird, I actually do get people who pop in periodically, but I have no idea who they are, where they go. Why would you not want to watch my extremely interesting content? You should just look at me once and be like, ah, yes, this is clearly the finest content. right before you pass out drunk from your hallucinations. I think I was trying to do one side, but then I ended up doing both. The idea is that because there's that stamp feature, so let me go to Tiled and show you what I'm talking about. There we go. This, so brain feature, patterns. Is the copy a pattern? I mean, I could probably find it semi-easily. Doesn't it have a pattern to the pattern? Top. It does. Yeah. So I could use this, and then find the pattern, and then stamp it all the way down. That's the idea. Is that a great idea? Maybe not. We'll find out. At the very least, I'll be drawing the same pattern the whole time, which should be nice. Alright, I haven't flipped them yet. I'm like, I feel like there should be more, and then I'm like, alright, flipping them is a whole nother thing. Oops. I'm trying to think about something to talk about. Ooh, hold on. What I'm gonna do... Oh, I think I got that in time? I don't know. I might have heard the tail beginning? The minor beginnings of... Also, I realized I haven't saved this in a while. Let's save. That took a while. Nope, why is that not working? There we go. Oh, the Steez didn't come. I hate that. Actually, wait. Let me bring this up real fast. Block it. Really? You're forcing me to do this right now? I mean, I guess I haven't used it since on this computer since I've gotten to a new... I'm opening up ChatGPT, and then basically going to be like, hey, ChatGPT, give me something to talk about. Where is my email? Nope, 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 nope. There it is. It did the thing where it's like, we emailed you a code. Okay. I can minimize this. Basically be like, I need a topic to talk about on my live stream. Please provide some. Not what I'm looking for. These are more like ideas. These are more like video ideas. I don't want live stream ideas. I want a topic to talk about. No. Social media changed the way we communicate. Are we more connected or isolated? Something more every day. I mean, my go-to comfort food is pizza. And people think AI is going to take over the world. Better. Can you give me some more? Better. Who does still use cash? I actually should get some cash in my... just so I have some if I need it. Because some places are like, cash is cheaper or something like that. I talk to pets. I don't really have any plants. Problem is I can answer most of these. Anything I can rant about? Morning routines? I can talk about my daily routine. Kind of interesting a little bit. Let's go back to this. Better than nothing. So what I do every day? You know, most people probably don't. I probably haven't talked about that kind of stuff much. I actually start every day by going for a walk. Wake up at 6:15 and go for a walk. I am one of those type of people. The type that everybody hates. Because we make everyone who doesn't do that look bad. No, that's not how it goes. But, yeah. So that's how I start my day. It's nice. Granted, sometimes I will sometimes sleep in. That's the one thing. You gotta let yourself rest if you need it. Sometimes I'm just too exhausted and out of it, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna let today be a rest day. And I let myself rest that morning instead of going for a walk. It allows me to rest for like an hour. It's nice. Because normally, you know, I only get like... Because even though my walk is only 35 minutes, currently, I do that twice a day, by the way. Even though my walk is only 35 minutes, I do have some... Well, I do have some variations if I get really tired. I would say, by the way, if you're someone who is in, like, peak physical condition, you know, like a 20-something-year-old, you could probably do it every day. To be fair, I do it, like, 90% of the days. I usually only take a day off, like, maybe once every, like, 3 months. But then when I do that, I usually take, like, 3 days off, so... like this week, I took... Not this week. Well, yeah, no, this last week. I did have, like, 2 days where I didn't... where I didn't do anything. I let myself sleep in. I've just been really stressed lately, which has not been fun. Oh, these are different, I see. Yeah, each of these is different because they extend in a different direction. For these, I'll bunch them differently. That's good, because I do need something to bunch down here. Yeah. I don't know if this will be better the way I'm doing it. In a way, the way it was set up before in circles was actually kind of easy to do. When I was thinking about it, I was thinking about these, which would be really easy. These will be a little bit less so. At least it's still pretty consistent. These will start to bend my brain a bit. These will be annoying. I guess I'll continue doing it the way I'm doing it. Funny thing is, these do count as the same. Oh, I missed some. So yeah, I start every day with a walk. Usually. Then I make breakfast. So I usually make breakfast as just a protein shake. In fact, I always make breakfast, which is just a protein shake. It's the easiest breakfast. It's pretty easy to make. Yeah. That's why I do it, because it's just straightforward and easy. Also, it's a habit I developed from when I was on like a weight management program, which I haven't been on for a while, which is why I've got fat again. But me getting fat again is honestly, I gained like 40 pounds over like a few months where I was just extremely stressed. I think for these, I'll keep them in that loop. It just is easier. And with these. Because they're one of a kind anyway. And what I can do is I can put these in the middle. No, I'm gonna mix it up. Because at least what I can do is put these together. And then these together. Huh. It's something I just realized. I could connect these like this as a sort of close divide between like an island. Just kind of nice. You know, and that could curve around and that could go that way. The thing is, I wish there was a way to basically make one cell have different functions. But the only way I can think to do that is to copy it, and multiple times. So this could either be two coastlines merging, but then again, the river would still have to connect to the river bit. So it can still be a river. Yeah, I'll just leave it that way then. I can maybe spruce it up if I get a little bit, you know, more into the... Also, I prefer it to be like that. That way it's a little bit more easy to think through. This compacts it a bit. That also allows these to be... have their own shape. I only need these. I'm gonna move them down here, so we're a bit closer to where I want them to be. If I really want to, I actually have a thought. So I might split this up even more. So divide that way. We've got these two, which are both up. This also goes here. It's left. It's also left. It's right, I mean, well, it connects left. Ignore me and my dyslexia. Fun fact, actually. Dyslexia actually makes it hard to tell right from left. It's part of, well, yes. I'm gonna keep that simplified, actually, and say yes. There's obviously more to it, but... is that a looping? Yeah, that is a looping. Wait. Were you a looping one? Move one that... No. You are an end piece, okay. That ends up. Do I have an end down? Yeah, I do. Yeah, you do connect around. Why are these like this? Got 3 down, 5 up, 4 left, 3 right. Why? Why did you do it this way? I mean, you've got 2 connectors in that loop. I'm very confused. So where was I on my day? Again, ADD Central. Yeah. So my day. So I make protein shake, usually as my breakfast. Make sure this actually connects properly. Yes, it does. That's actually a loop. Why? Why would you do this to me? It's interesting. So now what I want to do... Nope. There we go. Flip. Blip. 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 So those all still point up. These all still point down. You guys are now weird. But it evens out with these coming together. Dadgummit. You know, I've tried searching for that video. Never found it. Wait a second. It's not the same one. Ow. You're not a loop. Neither are you. How do I have an extra loop one pointing this way? Oh, this is the same as this one. Rotated? No. It's different. Yeah, that's this one. That was this one. We got that one. Oh, there we go. That's what happened. There we go. There we go. That makes more sense. Yeah. Not sure if this was worth the work. In fact, I'm fairly certain it wasn't. Which is why I'm not going to do this for any of the other ones. Not doing that. Go there. Oh, wait. Never flip these. You know what? I'm done with this. This is a lot of work for something that I don't think will be that much easier. So... Nope. Nope. No. And we're just going to move you up. Okay. So the next part of my routine is that I usually then will, well, cut up my fruits and vegetables that my fruits that I eat as a snack at work. That's the next bit. Sands. I don't want to add some gaps. Nah. And there are these. Do I want to classify them separately? They technically aren't. Separate, that is. And these I'm gonna have to copy if I want to do what I'm thinking of. Once for the initial flip. Once sorry, I'm trying to find, oh, there it is. There we go. Then each of those will have to be copied. Jeez. Presumably. for each connection I want to make, which would be 1, 2, 3, 4 times. These should connect to rivers no matter what. If I want this to work the way I'm thinking of it, it will work. Wait, 4 times 2. 1 for each side. Ugh. It won't be difficult to just do the copying. What will be difficult is rearranging everything. Sorry, I'm just moving some stuff around. Okay, that's all crunched together. Okay. Batches of 3. Must be enough. I'll be off by 1. Although technically off by 2, because a U will be flipped. Everything has a middle, right? Yeah. Oh gosh, I didn't even think about that. If I really wanted to, I could do ones like that. For peninsula stuff. Ugh. There are a few options I can go with. I think I'm gonna shrink this up a bit. What's that? Do I want to do a version of literally everything, or do I want to just have a few connector pieces? The second would be much easier. I mean, I could do a few things that would actually make this easier. But it would require me to figure it out a bit. I would basically need to make it so all of the base ones are normal, or have the options that I'm thinking of. Just a lot, but not as much as it was. Oops. That's a mistake. Hold on. You would also need to be part of it. it might be worth organizing these like I did these. Especially if I want to do it 1, 2, 3 times. There we go. I need to lean this way. To not hit my green screen, I need to lean very far to one side, and I realized that my desk was hitting the other side, so... Well, some more about my day. That's my morning. Then I go to work. Monday is when I pay all my bills. Or pay all the bills for our company. My company. The company? The company I work for. So I'm just really thinking. I also need a pee. I'm gonna be right back again. I'm not gonna set a timer though. Yeah, this should be pretty quick. Okay. Back. This one would be leftward, the other would be rightward. Would that just start intermixing things anyway? It might. No, not if I go based off the main coast color. That's the whole point of it. Oh, do I want to do rivers? No, this should be fine. Those should not incorporate themselves unless I do something specific. I mean, they might, but it's unlikely. So I think what I'm going to do, instead of doing this, I'm going to make a select few. So let's handpick some of these. Fact. I think my goal will be to handpick the most plain ones, which will basically be these two. And everything else... So these will be my alternate selectors, basically. That's going to be the way to do it if I have to do, like, 3 of each for each thing. It's going to be annoying if I don't really limit it. I only need 2 of each. It's still going to be really annoying if I don't limit it, though. I needed 4, right? Yeah. I know what those are going to be, so that's good. So there's one more thing. One more thing. Oh, lower than you? No, it's perfectly even. Okay, never mind. I'm going to do... You will be my blank. Okay, I'm just gonna call this good. We're gonna save. Sprite. Crop. Could probably trim it down more. One more time. Export. A lot of empty space, but I'm getting... Oops, I should have just closed that. Tired of handling this. Actually, I need to do one thing real fast before I do that. And that is move the thing to my finish section. Okay. That did appear to have caused issues. Nope. Can I just do... I don't want to do... Okay, let's do this. Can't edit the ID. Let's change this back to... Okay. So, we have a bit of a problem. If I want to do this, the old ones have to stay in the same place. Oof. You know, I'm actually going to take an actual break. Lots of breaks today, but I need to lie down and think. So, I'm actually going to take a 10-minute break, and I'll be back. Don't want my pain to get too bad. Weekends are supposed to be at least somewhat restful. I'll be back. Okay. Okay. I just needed a quick lie down. That does remind me, though. There is a piece of my routine that I did forget to mention. After my walk, I do stretches. And not for, like, exercise purposes, but for chronic pain purposes. Two hours. I'd like to go for another hour. We'll see if I can make it. Okay, let's continue. So, let's minimize that. Ignore ChatGPT. You back up? It's good to know that that's how that works, though. Now I can come over here. Add you in. And what we're gonna do. We're basically just going to extend this downward by a lot. I don't think it likes that. That is a bit too much, actually. There we go. I actually think I'll need more than that. So, I'm gonna start grid. Copy, paste, H. I'm going to take all these. Copy. Paste. It's going to become a bit hodgepodge, but that'll be fine. So now that has the two different rotations. And then the bits down here I was planning to use, we'll add in. Oh, there are actually two other things I want to do. I can just do this. The switchbacks that I did for these. So now that this part is staying the same, it shouldn't have any issues. And all of these have the flipped options, and these we'll use as my transitions. Okay. Actually, right. Oh. Now, a lot of blank spaces, but at least I closed it again. If I transition this, it should at least keep what I've done. Ah. Hello. Welcome. Now that should... Yeah, maintain its proper transition. Okay. Ugh. Oh. Right. Better. I still wasn't super great yesterday, but I was well enough to where I should have responded. I apologize. I do have some critiques on it. The art. Basically, I want you to put the dice above, and then put the thing... I'll explain it later, though. But basically, move the guy down and then put the dice above. I think that'll look better to have the dices in similar positions to each other. But I'll write you an actual response. Right. It's weird that this is writing and not this. Man, that just changed. Yeah. So I'll write that by the end of today, guaranteed. If I don't know, send me a bill for $100 or something, because at that point I'm just wasting your time. Okay, so I want to go back to terrain. So let's do the terrain thing. So now I've got this going. So now I have some... What I want to use... No, I want to do this. Okay. So, now we got the whole process of getting all this set up. Funny enough... That actually will be nice. I usually try and mark unread the message to remind myself, but I realized I was so out of it that day that I didn't do that. This normal coast. I'm gonna want some more. Crag Coast. Alien Coast. Ooh, Spike Coast. The last one should be Desert Rivers. River Coast. Yeah, I was really out of it that Friday. It was bad. Chronic pain is chronic pain. I would not wish it on my worst enemy. Except for any enemy who doesn't believe in chronic pain. They deserve it. That connects to land. These are Crag Coast. Yeah, much better. It still wasn't super great yesterday, but it's much better today. Move this down. No. Dang. Yeah, I had a shorter stream yesterday because of chronic pain. But today I'm trying to make it up with a good normal 3-hour weekend stream. You missed me complaining about this person's terrible art. Oh wait, no, that's not how that works. So it's supposed to be maps that line up, and like, let's see if I can find it down here. Where it's like, I bought these map assets, and it's like certain parts, like these, where are they? Like you can see, they don't line up super well, even though they're supposed to. And it's kind of just like, come on, guy. Did you not, like, make guidelines for yourself when you were, like, making these? Oh, Russ Hapke. I bought these off of Roll20. They're mapping assets for making maps, as you can see. I'm making a map. Right? Yeah. And you can kind of see it sometimes. Yeah, like right here. Like, here's another one. Like, his stuff just doesn't always line up. And I'm like, did you not have a guideline to make... Oh, yeah, to make this, like, consistent? Because the way the mapping assets are supposed to work is each piece is supposed to line up with every other piece. That's how mapping assets works. Now this, I actually know what's going on here. I should probably do this. What's going on right here is, and why the ripples don't work, is because he didn't actually include ripples on all of his on his earlier assets, but included them on his later ones. So that I can understand a little bit. But you could have done something like this, where you got where it ends at each. But that might get a little bit bad. But then again, that doesn't look bad when it ends here and then starts back up there. Like, there are ways he could have handled it, and I feel like he just didn't. But thankfully, one, I'm not making this for myself, otherwise it'd be pixel art. But two, when you actually zoom out and look at the whole thing, you can't tell. But it annoys me knowing that it exists, which makes me not want to... Like, it's just sloppy. It's just a bit sloppy. You really should have set, like, line guides on your, when making your assets, and always had them the same. It is a world map. That's the point. Yeah. So, I'm making this for a friend, as per the title. Actually, I want to show you. So, this was his map. Let me open it. Where is it? Here it is. This is what he sent me to make off of. I mean, it is. It's a. But I'm making it for a friend. So it's a map for a role-playing game. It's for a friend. I need to. Where is it? Minimize that. Here we go. This is what he sent me. When originally, so he sent me a map and he's like, "Here's my quick drawing of my map," and I'm like, "Do you want me to make you a map?" And he's like, "Sure." And then he added all the extra I asked him for the extra details. Originally, it was just the black lines and the brown mountains. But then he went and added. I asked him, like, "Is there anything else, like capitals and stuff?" And then he went and did the rest. But I'm just like, it is. The thing is, though, he doesn't do good stuff. I've talked about this a bit on stream. He he doesn't put in the production value to make his streams very great. It's like he's a good game master, but if you listen to something like I'm blanking. Stinky Dragon. Tales from the Stinky Dragon. I didn't actually end up looking it up. It's just starting to look it up reminded me. There's a bunch of production value there. If you look up anything, there's production value. Like, even if it's not great, like, even the Drunks and Dragons, they have some production value. Like, they put thought into how it's going to go. But Tantus is in, like, how it's going to happen. Granted, that one did just start as people messing around. If you listen from the beginning, the Drunks and Dragons one. But, yeah. It's just, I'm trying to help him have a better, like, live stream and channel. But he makes it hard. He really does. He acts like if he just streams, people will eventually, like, watch him. And I'm just like, no, there has to be quality to it, which is why I try and help. Now, it's not make all your own Now, I personally would like to have the make all your own assets level of stuff. I mean, that's why I'm hiring you. That's why I'm paying you like thousands of dollars to redo all of my assets. Because my assets I literally bought them for like $20 on Fiverr. All my old assets. It was some guy. Don't even know who it was. Barely followed my directions, but that's what you get for $20. A bunch of stuff for $20. And I knew that at the time. I wasn't like upset by it. It's just I was brand new, and I'm like, I'm not going to invest a lot in something that I don't think I can. At that point, I wasn't confident I could make this a career. At this point, I actually think I really could. Which is why I'm starting to upload to YouTube and stuff. My problem right now is just that work is so crazy, and I'm still learning how to do a little bit more of the YouTube side production, if I even want to. And so there's a lot there to handle. So I still have a lot of stuff to learn, a lot of stuff moving forward, but I'm trying to take steps. I'm investing a lot of money because I actually think it can go somewhere in the long run. I've been told by people I am very good. Especially when you have work and chronic health conditions, and you also do weird stuff like this, which I'd be surprised if people look for some dude rambling while he makes maps. You know, it's not something you look for. Mm-hmm. That is very important, and that's one thing he does, is he doesn't stop. So I get that. I just don't think you have to constantly be improving, and he doesn't seem to understand. Honestly, he has been helped by me helping him more. I've gone out of my way to help him improve more. I've given him tools. Oh wait, no, I don't want these there. I'm gonna have to do those slightly separately. But yeah, I have given him a lot to work with. When I discover something new, I share it with him. You know, when I figure out how to do something, I teach him how to do it. It's the main reason I do that is because I think if he actually started to really try, treat it as a serious job, especially since he does do it full time. He doesn't have another job. He lives with his parents, which is, I'm not shaming that. I actually think he's in a very beneficial position to where, one, he doesn't mind living with his parents, and two, his parents actually support him in what he does. That's very valuable. My parents did not support this. In fact, I actually hit a point within the first year. So I was basically started live streaming for about a year, and at that point, yeah, teach a man to fish and all that. Yeah, but what was I saying? Yeah, so I try and help him where I can, because part of me knows there's actually a thing that I believe where it's if he actually really tried and got going, it could help me boost me. It's not. I really do want him to succeed as well, so it's not like I'm doing it solely yeah, but I'm not solely doing this selfishly, oh, if I help him, it'll help me. No, I generally want him to succeed too, because I think he wants to succeed, and I'm willing to help him, and he's a friend. But I also know that if he does become successful, being able to handle things full time, that could help me start to earn money in a way that makes it so I can stop working a 9 to 5 and actually start doing this full time if I want to. So I do want to help him but there's also a part of me that goes, he can help me help him. But yeah. No, I don't want to do that. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. Like, he definitely, in my opinion, needs to put more, effort into some of his, Yes. So he just stagnates, and he seems to just be like, well, nothing I can do now. Like, people will watch me eventually, nothing more I could do. And I'm like, no, that's not how it works. Even I'm like... And that's why I find it weird that I've gotten a dozen people who just say, hey, you're doing a great job, keep up the good work. They just tell me that, and I'm just like, they don't watch me constantly, but they're like, hey, this is really good. I hope you succeed. And I get that when people come to my channel, and it's genuinely heartwarming. And part of me is just like, it's like, wow, maybe I can do this eventually. Anyway. I need to improve a lot. I'll get there at some point. I have a dream, and I'm willing to work for it. I think that's the thing, though. I don't mean to, like, hate on Tantus a lot. He just, he just doesn't have a lot of motivation. Because his life's okay. I mean, he's not great, but... You know, I think he'd like his life to improve more, but... Anyway, so... Part of me's like, he's a good GM, he's not a good live stream GM. But I would like him to be someday. He is the one who you did the art for, yes. You did some art for him. You asked me to, like, get him to commit to doing art for you. And I did actually try to help you out quite a bit, but he was oddly stubborn for a while until he finally was like, okay, well, now I did it. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, actually, I can show you by doing this. Actually, let me respond to you first. Yep, that's him. Yeah, okay, cool. I don't have to find the art to show you. because he posted it in his channel, and it was, yeah. No, he's the GM. So I haven't actually been a GM for a while. Game Master means you're the one who runs the game. I'm making a game to GM, but that's not the game we're playing. And I have not had time to actually run a game in a while, which, because work has just been too busy and it requires way too much work outside of... Basically, it requires a lot of work, and I don't have the time, so... Well, honestly, what I don't have the time for is to look for players. Yes, I can get... There are basically, like, 2 people who I might be able to get on board reliably. But I'd need, like, 4. And taking the time to go and talk to people and figure out who's available is hard enough when you know you can do something right away. But if I'm like, oh yeah, I have something that will be ready in, like, 2 months, it'll be like, oh, maybe. Yes, actually, I actually included in my YouTube videos that if you join my Discord and try and contact me through Discord, you might be able to play in a game. So, because I do, in fact, I'm totally down having some people, you know, even if, and that's the thing, is like, I feel like I'd be willing to, even if people weren't comfortable with like being on a live stream, I'd be willing to just do non-live stream games with people just to run games. Like I would like to run games enough to where if someone wasn't comfortable, I would do it off stream. But yeah, it's something that would be great. It's funny, because I did have a very small community once upon a time. I should clarify, I have been doing this since 2017. However, I took a break from around, like, I want to say early 20, or like, yeah, so I started 2017, I went until like mid 2018. Yeah, I went for like a year. I went a little bit past a year. But then I became super depressed because at one point during all of that, I had to move back home. Because my parents, well, I was living with my grandma. And that was honestly really great. She was honestly very nice and supportive of the stuff I wanted to do. However, she kind of wanted... I was living there because... She didn't, because my dad was like, you're not moving back home. And I'm like, okay. And my grandma was willing to take me in. But then eventually my grandma was like, I don't want him around anymore. I want my house back. And so I moved back home, and then I became seriously depressed, and I stopped, and I started focusing on other things like looking for a job. But then after I got like better, felt a lot better, and honestly, I started streaming a little bit before I got a job, but not a ton. But once I got a job, I felt comfortable just really streaming again, because I felt like my life was on the up and up. And yeah, that's been kind of my story so far. But the thing is, oh yeah, that's what I was saying. I actually got a lot of, I actually had a lot of people like actually watching me. Like I had someone chatting with me like every like other stream. Someone was around chatting with me, but since I had to redo everything, ever since I had to move back home, my life just didn't work out. And yeah, so it was a problem. And now, honestly, the thing I did differently then versus what I'm doing now, and I know this is the big difference, collaborating with people. Besides Tantus, that is. Because, yeah, Tantus. He doesn't have a lot of followers either. But working around and talking with people who are actually, like, semi-successful. And that's actually one of the easiest ways to do that. Run a game for people. But it's just so much networking and talking with people, and that's why I've just been like, I haven't had the time for it. Hopefully after Christmas, I'll have time again. It's just hard around Christmas at work. Because I'm the one who does everything Christmas related at work. From setting up gifts for our customers and for our good customers. And that sort of stuff. Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of been my story so far. I actually do post, like, my going live in a few servers that allow it. And I've actually gotten, like, 1 or 2 people from them being like, hey, I saw you post here a lot. I'm like, yeah. Yeah, I do. It's actually really interesting, because there was someone who found, apparently, from someone who I didn't work with him directly. There are, but it's kind of weird mixing D&D with live streaming, because a lot of people are not comfortable with being on a live stream. And so being like, hey, I want to do D&D, but I also want to live stream it, people are like, bye. It's surprisingly hard. I think it's just because role-playing. Oh, yeah, in that sense. I could just try and be like, hey, check out my content. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I can do. The problem is all the networking type stuff, from posting YouTube videos to YouTube, or just talking to people on, like, Reddit or something. Or not posting videos to you, but, like, posting videos to, like, Reddit, or talking to people on, like, Reddit. It's its own whole thing. Yeah. Yes. The issue there for me is maybe, honestly, when I don't have as much work for you, and I'm done setting up my apartment, maybe I could do that kind of thing, but yeah, I know. Like, I need to start posting when I post YouTube videos. I need to start posting them on Twitter. I currently only do my Twitch when I go live on Twitch. It does help a surprising amount, and I know that. But building new routines is very hard when you're really stressed. So, soon, but not quite yet. Honestly, living on my own has helped in a way. It's also hurt in a way. Now that I'm, like, moved out of my parents' house and I'm living on my own, The one downside is that I have to do everything myself, and when you have chronic pain, that actually really wears you down a lot. But the upside is I don't have to deal with constant social interaction, which is honestly one of the biggest problems I had living at home, is that I'm highly introverted, and my mom is highly extroverted. And then everyone else in my family is highly introverted. So she basically steals the social energy of anyone who she runs across in the family, because she just needs that interaction. But, like, I'm the only one who's not mean about it. Like, my dad and my sister are like, no, go away. And I'm like, I prefer you leave. And she's like, okay, and then doesn't. And since I'm not forceful about it, it was like, I was always the one being, like, socially exhausted by my mom. I love my mom, but, you know, there are certain dynamics that I'm glad are not there anymore. Yeah, it's weird, because I'm less introverted than I used to be. What's funny is I feel less introverted ever since I started live streaming. I've gotten better at just dealing with people. I guess, though, that doesn't... you know what? No, I'm still highly introverted. I like to live stream, but it is very draining for me. You can enjoy something and also have it be not wholly within your nature. But put me in a party and I will run away. Or hide in a corner. I hated, like, dances at school and stuff. They're always so unnecessary to me. All this work will pay off. Hopefully. What's so funny is I actually edited some of these from his, like, art, because some of these rivers weren't lining up even though they were supposed to. It was far more noticeable from farther away than the other ones, so I actually went and I edited them. At least they were fairly simple. Like, they were just like a single color that's... So I was able to edit them to line up properly, but I'm like, why would you make assets that literally don't line up? Like, some of them literally did not line up with any other one. I'm like, did you even test these? I feel like his current stuff is better. Like, the thing is a lot of this I bought actually back when I first started doing YouTube in doing live streams in 2017. So it was a long time ago. But his more recent stuff is a lot better. But then I'm still using some of his older stuff, so it's just like, yeah, your older stuff does not jive well. In fact, I feel like that's the point. I notice he has started doing ones that are like HD. It's like this style, but HD, and they are a lot nicer. They fit together a lot better, and I'm just like, clearly you have learned. But can you like even have to buy your stuff again? I wouldn't mind you redoing some of your old stuff, because man, I would like it to line up properly. But yeah, these like little river creeks, like just some of them literally would not line up at all. It was weird. I might end soon. It's coming up on 1. I'm getting a little tired. I'm still recovering from my horrible weekend. Doing better, a lot better, but, you know, it still wears on you, and I still should rest a bit. So I'll probably be ending very shortly. I'll try and finish up all of this work before my next stream. Although this week is going to be a little bit weird, because I know, yeah. In fact, okay. Let me actually go and... So, yeah. So, if you liked, you can follow. If you really like it, you can subscribe. If you need more convincing, I will be here probably tomorrow. Oh yeah, I need to... Do I... Oh, Do I not have that? I thought I had... Hold on. Yeah, I thought I had this. It's, There we go. Oh, I was like, what is that? I'm like, oh, it's the playback for the media. Yeah. So, Brian. Yeah, so this week will be a little bit weird, obviously, because Thanksgiving in America. So I'm going to go grocery shopping on Tuesday. I mean, I won't have a stream that night, most likely, because I'll probably be too exhausted. Grocery shopping is always a pain, but I have a deal with my parents that they pay for my food if I grocery shop for them, because my mom despises grocery shopping. But that's beneficial for me, but it is exhausting. Especially when you have chronic pain. But I'll try and stream tomorrow. We'll see how I'm feeling. I'm feeling better today, but you never know. I always push myself way too hard, so it can bite me in the butt quite often. Wednesday depends on what we're doing with on Tantus's channel, because that's the day we're going to be doing the his new show that's coming up. But I don't know if we're going to be like doing anything, because sometimes we do like prep. If we're not, then I will probably stream that day. And then Thursday, I will not stream, almost certainly, unless my family isn't doing anything. I don't know what's actually going on for Thanksgiving. Sounds weird, but my family is weird in that I know something's probably going to happen, but I also know we're having like a second Thanksgiving the day after, so I'm not sure if we're doing something small on Thursday, and then I'll probably have some time afterwards or beforehand to stream, because I have the day off. Or if we're doing a full thing on Thursday and then a small thing on Friday. Because the thing is my brother and sister-in-law are going to their parents for Thanksgiving, but my mom likes to include everyone, so we'll probably be doing that. So we're also doing something with them the day after, when they'll be back in town. So, and depending on how big either of those are, depends on which day I end up streaming. If they're both big, then I'm not going to be happy, but yeah. Yeah. I definitely won't. So, whether I stream in the morning or afternoon, I won't stream Friday morning because I have a doctor's appointment that morning. But I might stream Thursday morning because I have it off. It's gonna be a whole mess. So, honestly, if you want to know when I'm streaming, you can follow me on Twitter or Blue Sky. The link should be below in the description. Also, below in the panels. Actually, I don't think I have Blue Sky in my panels right now. I need to do my panels. Oh my gosh, I keep forgetting. It's just, I don't know, I just don't think about panels. I forget about them the moment I think about, after I stop looking at them. Yeah. So, follow me for stuff. Links for everything below. I'll also link Tantus's channel. I know we talked about him. But, you know, I am doing this for him, to help him have a better channel, so support him too. So yeah, those will be in links to his channel. His Twitch and YouTube will be in the description. At least for these videos while I'm working on stuff for him. Yeah. So until you... So there's also going to be a video up here. And a subscribe over here. There we go. My brain has to figure out mirrors and cameras and stuff. Anyway, hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.